starting to have a lot of conversations, as I say, sort of in the Business Central space, because that's now baked in, and kind of in the last wave release. And I one thing I've been wondering in terms of adoption, will finance directors, finance managers, accountants, will they trust it? Because you're right, you've got to have confidence in what's coming out. And I'm not saying AI can't ever get anything wrong. I mean,
Mhm.
having knowing a fair bit about it, I've got a lot of confidence in it. But yeah, you've just touched on something there that's going to be a really interesting thing to see in terms of the adoption, whether the trust is there.
That's the challenge I think accounts packages and these providers like Sage and Microsoft have got. They've got to gain that trust.
Yeah.
As I say, I use a package called LifePlan on some of our own data internally, and actually I get a summary each month, and actually 90% of it is very, very good.
Yeah.
Some of it I look at it and I think, but that's wrong.
Really?
Yeah, and I think and that's the AI generated stuff, and you're like, okay, so it's getting there,
Yeah.
and the 90% is teaching me some stuff that I would have had to dig deep to find.
So is the thing that you kind of see and kind of go, that's wrong? Is that gut feeling, or is that because you can see there's the lack of the human train of thought there in terms
Yeah, I
of how
think it
it's come
is.
to that?
I think it is. Yeah, and it's interesting. And just to expand on AI a bit, it's when I look at. I always thought that AI would potentially. I always thought before AI came along that actually our business was a bit bulletproof. We install systems, we
Yeah.
consult around it, we've got a team of developers, and you're like, well, actually, nothing can do any of those things.
Yeah.
Well, actually, AI can help with the development. I don't think it can do it. I think
No.
it can help and it can advise.
Yep.
But you still need that human element. I'm actually thinking that it's actually our consultancy now, which is probably AI proof, because I don't think you'll ever get AI to a stage where it knows what a human knows and has the 20, 30 years of experience that a human has.
Yeah.
And I think that's where, but from a data point of view, it's interesting that it's starting to analyze stuff and it's getting the vast majority right. I just don't think it's there totally yet.